free and fair electoral competition. In China, elections are regularly held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament. Politburo, standing committee of the Communist Party, being the highest power in China. It leads the Communist Party. Communist Party affects or influences over National People's Congress, which is called as Quangyo Renmin Daibyo Dahui. The National People's Congress has the power to appoint the president of the country. It has nearly 3,000 members elected from all over China. Some members are elected by the army. Before contesting the elections, the candidate needs the approval of Chinese Communist Party. The government is always formed by the Communist Party. Since its independence in 1930, Mexico held elections for every 6 years to elect its president. The country has never been under military or dictator rule. But until 2000, every election was won by the party called PRI, Institutional Revolutionary Party. PRI used all dirty tricks to win elections. Government employees have to attend PRI party meetings. Teachers of government schools used to force the parent to vote for PRI. Media largely ignored the activities of opposition parties. Sometimes the polling booths were shifted from one place to other in the last minute, which made it difficult for the people to cast their votes. The PRI spent a large sum of money in the campaign for its candidates. Now, let us compare China and Mexico. Elections in China, elections do not offer any choice. The people have to choose the candidate approved by the ruling party. In Mexico, people seem to have a choice, but in practice, no choice, no way to defeat the ruling party. A democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where those currently in power have a chance of losing. One person, one vote, one value. Democracy is always linked with the adult franchise. In Saudi Arabia, women do not have the right to vote. In Estonia, has made its citizenship rules in such a way that people belonging to Russian minority find it difficult to vote. And in Fiji, the electoral system is such that the vote of an indigenous Fiji has more value than that of India. In a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote, and each vote must have one value. Rule of law and respect rights. Zimbabwe attained independence from white minority rule in 1980. ZANU PF led the freedom struggle. Its leader, Robert Mugabe, has been ruling the country since independence. His government has changed the constitution several times to increase the power of the president and make him less accountable. Opposition party workers are harassed and their meetings were disrupted. Public protests and demonstrations against the government are declared illegal. There is a law that limits the right to criticize the president. President Mugabe is also popular for his unfair practices in election. The example of Zimbabwe shows that popular approval of the ruler is necessary in a democracy, but it is not sufficient. Popular governments can be undemocratic. Popular leaders can be autocratic. The state should respect some basic rights of the citizen. They should be free to think, to have opinions, to express these in public, to form associations, to protest and take other political actions. Everyone should be equal in eyes of law. A democratic government cannot do whatever it likes simply because it has won an election. It has to respect some basic rules. In particular, it has to respect some guarantees to the minorities. A democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional law and citizen rights. Let us sum up. We started with a simple definition that democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. After so many examples, we have come to a conclusion that accordingly, democracy is a form of government in which rulers elected by the people take all the major decisions. Secondly, elections offer a choice and a fair opportunity to the people to change the current rulers. This choice and opportunity is available to all the people on an equal basis, and the exercise of this choice leads to a government limited by basic rules of the Constitution and citizens' right. In the next class, we will see why democracy is needed. Thank you, children.